taka dimi nada raja. Taka 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 nada raja. Taka dimi taka jum nada raja. Talandu taka dimi nada raja. Dom taka dimi nada raja. Dom takita taka dimi da. Dom takita taka dimi da. Takita dom takita takita dom takita dom takita dom takita dimi dom takita dom takita dimi da.
ஆடுகின்றான் அவன் கூத்தனாக திருப்பாதம் தூக்கி மறையோதுகின்றான் பிறை சூடி அந்தணரின் பாடலுக்கு தினம் ஆடுகின்றான் அவன் கூத்தனாக திருப்பாதம் தூக்கி மறையோதுகின்றான் பிறை சூடி அந்தணரின் பாடலுக்கு என்று இயலிசை நாடகமாய் முத்தமிழ் இயற்றிய நாயகனே தகதிமி தாளமொடு இல்லை இல்லாடிடும் தாண்டவனே இன்மைக்கும் ஈரேழு பிறவிக்கும் துயர் நீக்க பிறந்தோடி வருகின்ற யமயாலும் நடராஜா வயமாகி
நித்யானந்தேஸ்வர பரமசிவ சமாரம்பாம் நித்யானந்தேஸ்வரி பரமசிவசக்தி மத்யமாம் அஸ்மதாச்சார்ய பர்யந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus, de facto Kailasians from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Yajamans, manifestors, Sarvaparityagis, Shrimahans, Mahans, devotees, disciples, Kailasas, ministers, ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, Kailasas, consulate generals, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras, sitting with us all over the world, and in Kailasa, Los Angeles. I welcome all of you with my love and respects and blessings, especially the important guests we have in Kailasa, Los Angeles, and all the recipients of the awards, Kailasa Om Awards. I welcome each one of you with my respects. Shri Naikatma Das, ISKCON Temple, Vice President of the ISKCON Los Angeles. Thank you for being here. Shri Naikatma Das Ji, thank you. We are honored by your presence. Kalpesh Mystery, BAPS representative, Mihir Taker, BAPS representative, Ashok Desai Ji, Jain Center. Ashok Desai Ji is from Kailasa. He is my representative. Amit Bhandari Ji from Jain Center, Swami Adrishananda Ji, Pasadena Durga Temple, Sri Keshav Patel, VHP of America, Head of the VHP of America, Shri Keshav Patel ji. Thank you for being here. Gokul and Sulakshana Paudyal, Shri Pasubadinath Temple. Vasu Pawar, Step to Step Up, CEO. Paljit Kaur, NORCO Gurudwara Secretary. Baljit Kaur, NORCO Gurudwara. Thank you for being here. Sarumadi Shivakumar, VHP America and VHP America and Excel Foundation CEO. Lakshmi Pillalamari, Redlands Hindu Temple, founder of the temple, and Pandit Kiran Kumar Sharma, Irvin Mandir, Pandit Santosh Sharma, Baldwin Park Hindu Temple, Shri Uday Krishnamurthy, Baldwin Park Hindu Temple, Ila Mehta, founder of Peace Center, Los Angeles, Harini Kompella and Sneha Nagrani, Brahmakumari's youth representatives. Thank you. I welcome each one of you. I feel honored. Kailasa feels honored by each one of you being here, and all the award recipients, Shri Naikatma Das ji, Shri Ashok Desai ji, Shri Amit Bhandari ji, Swami Adrishananda ji, Shri Keshav Patel ji, Shri Pandit Kiran Kumar Sharma ji, Shri Pandit Santosh Sharma, Baldwin Park Hindu Temple, Ila Mehta, Peace Center LA, Gokul and Shulakshana Paudyal, Vasu Pawar, Sarumati Shivakumar, Lakshmi Pillalamari. I thank all of you for receiving this award. Actually, we feel honored that you received the award. To tell you honestly, the award gets the respect by all the work you are all doing. Thank you for being here, and thank you for doing what you are doing, and thank you for being who you are. I welcome all the important guests and recipients of the awards. Thank you. Today's subject: how to inspire youth to be Hindu leaders. See, Hinduism itself has given a clear method. First, sing Palashruti. See, whether you do Vishnu Sahasranama or Lalita Sahasranama or Devi Mahatmya, Gita Jnana Yajna or Guru Gita Jnana Yajna, any chanting, recital, homa, puja, there is something called Palashruti. What we will get from that ritual or action or the puja or homa or that ceremony. Same way, let us sing the Palashruti, utility value of Hindu identity, to our youth. The first point, let us sing the Palashruti. We forgot to sing the Palashruti, utility value of Hindu identity. I've done a elaborate and deep research based on the statistics, we have compiled, I think, around 80 points. Smartest and richest ethnic minority in UK. Not only smartest and richest, even happiest is Hindus. In US, richest ethnic minority is Hindus. In Australia, richest ethnic minority is Hindus. More than 92 countries outside India, 92 countries, richest ethnic minority is Hindus. And lowest crime rate is Hindus. Any country, whether US or Europe or Australia, Middle East, any country, the Hindu settlement of Hindus, you all know in US we call it Indians area, that small India, India town, we use various words. The Indian settlement area, naturally, Hindu settlement area, lowest crime rate, that will be naturally the best school district. I have compiled elaborate studies, various reports, and made a presentation. After my presentation, I'll request Muktananda to present it to all of you. And I also would like to gift that presentation, PowerPoint presentation, to all of you. All of you are decision makers among the Hindu community. Please take this and spread it across. It is fundamentally to sing the glory of Hindu identity. See, by being Hindu, how it contributes to your mental stability, emotional stability, conscious ability to cope up with outer world reality, Hindus are the richest ethnic minority, lowest crime rate, highly educated. Important thing, Hindus no gangster. We are the only ethnic community, literally no gangsters. I can list around 40 points. Lowest divorce rate, lowest psychiatric drugs consumption, lowest drug abuse, lowest number of prisoners in the whole US, the lowest prisoner ratio, not only number, even the percentage wise. Hindus. We have compiled and made a presentation. The utility value of the Hindu identity. See, when your parents live a stable life, when both parents are there, naturally the child feels highly secured when he is growing up. So the way he educates himself, he puts himself wholeheartedly preparing him for the future. In every level, Hindus are the best. Let us sing the Palashruti to the youth. Let us tell our next generation, you are who you are. Every best thing you have in your life, you wow. It is every best thing you have in your life is because of Hindu identity. Let's tell our youth with statistics, with data. Clearly, let us present it to them. Unfortunately, we are not telling our next generation the utility value of the Hindu identity. We are trying to make them spiritual directly. See, I am not against making them spiritual. I am all for it. But first we need to sing the Palashruti. Before we tell them to do Lalita Sahasranama, before we tell them to do Bhagavad Gita chanting, before we tell them to do Vishnu Sahasranama, we need to tell them the Palashruti. Why they need to do? I think we Hindus lack that. We are not doing Palashruti singing loudly. We need to do that. So we made a PowerPoint presentation. I'll tell the head of the Kailasa Los Angeles, Mukta and Muktika, to present that PowerPoint presentation. Please take it and you can freely share it and spread it in your temples and your organizations. Let's convince the youth the utility value of Hindu identity. That's the first step. Second step, we need to tell them all their problems of life, Hinduism as the ultimate right solution. Understand, the Hindu spiritual principles like reincarnation, karma, higher worlds, the higher lokas, enlightenment, liberation, moksha, self-realization, pratyagatma chaitanya jagrata, and paramatma, all these principles are part of the functional life solution system. Please understand, they are not theories. If you understand about the higher worlds, your life in this world will be focused. If you understand about karma, you will take responsibility for your life. If you understand about moksha, you will feel liberated in this world while you are alive. If you know about mukti, you will enjoy Jivan Mukti. We need to make next generation understand Hinduism is guaranteed solutions. Hinduism is all about giving you solutions for every problem you face. Whether gun violence or climate crisis, or you are not able to do your studies well, you are not able to attract wealth, you are not able to be stable in your relationship or career, anything. Hinduism is workable solution. It's a workable model. We need to tell, we need to make our next generation understand Hinduism as solution for all problems. Actually, I have written a commentary on Bhagavad Gita on this focused on the youth, making Hindu youth understand whether our Varnashrama Dharma system or Manudharma Shastra, Vedas and Agamas, all these are workable model. I wanted to tell you all, I made Bhagavad Gita as the preamble of Constitution of Kailasa, the only Hindu nation we have. I want all of you to know that we have a sovereign land also. I have not opened it to public for few reasons, but we do have a sovereign land, and I am establishing the Manudharma Shastra is workable jurisprudence. The Varnashrama Dharma system is a workable community setup. Unfortunately, last 100 years, even we Hindus have started believing Varnashrama Dharma is wrong. No. Varnashrama Dharma is not only workable, it's a best community model. I am establishing it. I am establishing it as living, workable model. So I'll open it to you all soon. We need to tell the next generation Hinduism does not need reformation, it needs revival. The moment you allow the crime of reformation, in the name of reformation, the anti-Hindu forces, the Hindu Misia forces, Hindu phobia forces attack our basics, our foundations. We all need to stand very clearly. Hinduism does not need reformation. Hinduism needs revival. Next important truth, I wanted to present it here. Hinduism as not only workable, I should say ultimate solutions for the life, because Hinduism looks at the life as larger than your one body's longevity. Hinduism does not restrict the span of life into 70 or 100 years. Your physical body is active. The body you are carrying now is active. It very clearly gives us the signs how we evolve. Bhagavatam describes in certain pattern. Agamas describe in certain pattern. Each sampradayas describe in certain pattern. Whichever sampradaya you are born, your DNA carries that pattern knowledge. Through that pattern knowledge, you will experience those truths easily if you are initiated in that sampradaya. Please understand, our sampradaya, our gotra, everything is absolutely more scientifically scientific than any modern day science. Modern day science is fundamentally used by racists. Racists are using modern day science and rationalism to destroy Hinduism. I want all of you to know, modernism, the so-called modernism, is the most oppressive philosophy, religion in the world. It's not communism. It's not chronic capitalism. It's not socialism. It is modernism, which is highly oppressive. You can see, if you just walk in the street with a tilak or basma, your forehead mark as per your Hindu tradition, people will just think that, oh, you are too old, out of fashion, you are good for nothing. This is what the modernism has brainwashed us. Modernism is used by Hindu media forces to destroy Hinduism. We need to educate our next generation. Look beyond modernism. Look beyond Hindu media. All of you should know Hindu media is real. Actually, I tell you, before being beaten left, right, center, black and blue, even I did not believe Hindu media is real. Hindu phobia is real. Only after being beaten left, right, center, I woke up to the truth. Hindu phobia is real. Hindu media is real. We need to tell the next generation, Hindu youth, Hindu media is real. Hindu phobia is real. And finally, we need to give the glimpse of Hinduism experientially to our next generation. Multiple times people ask me, Swamiji, in US itself I was asked wherever I go, Swamiji, we are all struggling to get youth to our temples, but your temple is filled with youngsters. Why? Every time you come and do program, your programs are filled with youngsters. I tell you, the secret is making Hinduism as experience. See, Vedas, Agamas, Upanishads, Puranas, a long list of scriptures. Shruti, Smriti, first Veda, Upaveda, Veda Anga, Vedanta, Agama, Upa-agama, Agama Anga, Agamanta, then Smriti, all the Manuvadi Dharmashastras, then Parasaradi Smritis, then Puranas, then after the Puranas, the Prasthanatraya Bhashyas, Vartikas, Tikas. Tika means commentary on commentary. Notes on commentary is Vartika. Commentary on commentary is Tika. Bhashya, Vartika, Tika, such large amount of scriptures. We need to make our next generation taste Hinduism experientially. these extraordinary powers, enlightenment described in our Shastras, whether darshan of the gods or the manifestation of the powers from the Advaitic experience, Yoga Siddhis or Advaita Shaktis, we need to make next generation experience it. When they experience naturally, they are convinced that Hinduism need to be protected, preserved, promoted, kept alive, not in museum, but as a living life, living organism. See, the next generation, if we convince the next generation Hinduism is real, experientially, they will be not only ready to stand as a leader for Hinduism, they will give their life for Hinduism. I am seeing all over the world how people behave before experiencing Hinduism, how people behave after experiencing Hinduism. I think the key point is making the next generation experience Hinduism. They need to taste Hinduism. They need to taste Hinduism is real. I call it as Shaktis of Vedas and Agamas. See, in Yoga Sampradaya, not only Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, even the yoga described elaborately in Agamas. In Agamas, we call it Shashtanga Yoga. In Yoga Sutras, Patanjali calls it as Ashtanga Yoga. In Yoga Sutras, elaborately the Siddhis are described. In Agama, there is another tradition called Shaktis of Shuddhadvaita. Means, after achieving the oneness, the ultimate oneness, from that experience you manifest powers. Some way, whether through Yoga Siddhi or Shuddhadvaita Shakti, some way, our next generation need to experience powers of Hinduism. What Hinduism can do, making your health great, making your mind very powerful, making your consciousness fully awakened. Our next generation need to experience it. So I'll put the whole thing in a nutshell. First, sing the Palashruti. Let us make our youth understand the utility value of the Hindu identity. I made a PowerPoint presentation compiling around 300 researches done all over the world by various universities and the government data. The highest taxpayer, the richest ethnic minority in US are Hindus. We crashed Jews many years before. We are the richest and we are the highest taxpayers. These all data I got from government websites. Like this I have collected from various researches and compiled a PowerPoint presentation. Please all of you take that presentation you also enjoy it and use this everywhere to make Hindu youth to understand the utility value of the Hindu identity. Tell the youth in universities, if you are studying well, if you have not become druggy, if you are able to handle your life, if you are not emotionally broken down, if you are not having mental breakdowns, it is because you are Hindu. It is because your parents are Hindus, you have both parents in your life. Otherwise, go and see the divorce rate. Non-Hindus divorce rate and Hindus divorce rate. Then you will understand the utility value of the Hindu identity. If you are having mom and dad both in same house supporting you, it is because you are a Hindu. So learn to keep this identity alive, so your son also will have mom and dad in same house. See, when we decide to marry someone, we think, oh, will this guy be with me till the end of my life? That's the way Hindus think. But non-Hindus usually think, oh, will this guy take care of my kid in the weekends when I give the custody, when he gets the custody? So understand, the way Hindus think is totally different. So you need to tell the next generation. When you go to the universities, the Hindu students, forums, everywhere, tell them the utility value of Hindu identity. Sing the Palashruti. Once they are convinced about the utility value of the Hindu identity, next, give them the truth, Hinduism as solution for all problems. All the sufferings of Hindus is not because they follow Hinduism, it is because they missed following Hinduism in many planes. Wherever we missed following Hinduism, we have problem. Wherever we followed Hinduism, we won the life. Let us tell the next generation Hinduism as solution for every problem. Whether you feel hot in the body, the climate crisis in your body, or the climate crisis of the planet Earth. The climate crisis of Pindanda or the climate crisis of Brahmanda, your fever or the climate crisis of the planet Earth. For everything, Hinduism has solution. Let's present the intellectual side of Hinduism. Hinduism is more scientific than any modern day science. I have written Bhagavad Gita commentary focused on this principle of introducing Hinduism to youth. I think we have more than 2000 copies available in Los Angeles, Kailasa now. Any of you want to take copies to present it to the Hindu youth, your friends, family, you are free to take it. We have 1 crore, means 10 million Bhagavad Gita copies printed in almost 100 languages available to be gifted freely all over the world. I think Kailasa Los Angeles has English books. More than 2000 copies we have at present in Kailasa Los Angeles. So all the VIPs, not only you can pick up your copy freely, you can pick up copies if you want for your friends, family, or your organization. Many of you are the head of the temples, head of the organization. in your organization, in your community, in your sangha, if you want to distribute it to the youth, we will be very happy to present. You can take, even if you want, the whole 2000 copies. If you want, we will print more and give you. We made this as a project of distributing 10 million Gita books all over the world in multiple languages. Please feel free to take the copy, present it, share it. Let the next generation know Hinduism needs revival, not reformation. Do not allow this reforming idea or the fellows who are trying to reform Hinduism. No. Our ancestors are not only enlightened, they have extreme love, compassion, vision. So, let's focus on reviving, not reforming. Third important principle, let's help our next generation experience Hinduism and manifest powers. Manifest the Shaktis of Hinduism. Taste Hinduism. So just with these three truths, I'll conclude. I request all of you who are decision makers, you are all Hindu leaders, decision makers of the greater Los Angeles. Please, all of you have Vakyartha Sadas. Debate on these truths. Let's do something, and let us also form a kind of an organism, not an organization, kind of an organism, independently dependent, freely supporting each other, just for comparing notes, sharing notes. Maybe we can meet once in 3 months or once in 6 months, and let's keep one thing as a goal. We should not lose our next generation. Losing next generation is equivalent to Brahma Hadya dosha. Understand? If you kill a Brahmana, you get worst sin called Brahma Hadya dosha. And if your next generation is not following the Brahminical principles, enlightenment, Hinduism, it is equivalent to Brahma Hadya dosha. For example, you are a Brahmana. Your son or a daughter, your family, next generation is not following the Brahminical traditions. Naturally, you have done the Brahma Hadya. So your next generation not following Hinduism will bring Brahma Hadya dosha on you. Please understand, I am not threatening you. I am not blackmailing. I am not putting fear. I am not putting guilt. I am stating the fact. And I want all of you to know, your next generation need to give you Shraddha and Pinda for you to have smooth transition to the higher lokas and reach enlightenment and liberation. It is not something false or wrong or a social principle. No. Make sure your next generation is inspired enough, educated enough about Hinduism, and they will give Shraddha after your death. After you leave the body, they should be giving Shraddha. Next 7 generations should be giving you Shraddha for you to have a smooth transition. Shraddha means, all of you know that the offerings we do for our elders. If you have done a Shraddha for your elders, you will know the mantra. You give it for 7 generations. So, your next 7 generations should give you Shraddha for your smooth transition from Bhur, Bhuva, Suva, Tapa, next higher and higher lokas and reach the ultimate moksha. Please understand, I speak only the truth, 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 Satya, pure Satya. I am not putting fear in you. I am telling you the truth as it is. O Hindus, you are all the Amritasya Putras. The Upanishad describes all of us as Amritasya Putra, sons of immortality. Only you all know the signs of the higher worlds. Your DNAs are programmed for evolving yourself to the higher worlds. Your DNAs are programmed to experience the Vedas and Agamas and powers. So understand, make sure your next generation does not get lost. They are practicing Hindus for various reasons. One reason is you need somebody to give you Shraddha for you to go through the transition of the higher worlds, Pitruloka, then Swargaloka, then the next lokas, Bhur, Bhuva, Shuva, all the lokas, higher lokas. For you to move to all the higher lokas and reach the ultimate moksha, you need your next generations to be giving Shraddha to you regularly. Many times people try to tell me, what Swamiji, what is this? Even in this modern age you are talking about Shraddha and all. I tell you, many of these modern day so-called these modern Hindu gurus who try to preach Hinduism in the modern language, they say, Shraddha, if you do, good for you, not for your elders. How it will reach your elders? They use the stupid logic of, oh, if you pour the water in Ganga, will it reach the sun? It will reach. Go and see the modern day quantum science, quantum physics. Quantum physics shows very clearly. I can give you 100 example. Your thought makes change even in the sun. You don't need to pour water. Just even you think, your thoughts does change, makes changes in the sun. I have been told by the Hindu media forces multiple times for revealing these truths emphatically. See, in the modern day they say, butterfly in Amazon, if it starts late, it can delay the monsoons in Kerala, South India, because everything is interconnected. Even in this level, if things are interconnected, you think in the cosmic level it's not interconnected. Science has not yet realized those great truths. Science is yet to catch up with Hinduism. I tell you, you need your next generations to give you Shraddha after you leave the body. At least for that sake, make sure your next generations are practicing Hindus, not just going to mandir once in a while, not just doing small rituals. They should understand Hinduism. They should practice Hinduism. They should know in their very muscle memory, biomemory, in their very DNA, Hinduism, the knowledge of Hinduism is available, and by awakening your DNA, your muscle memory and biomemory, start experiencing Hinduism. I'll give you 1000 reasons why your next generation should not get diluted, should not be lost by getting converted into some other religion. One main reason is you need your next 7 generation to give you Shraddha after your death. Maybe if you all have time, you can Google and go to my YouTube channel. I have elaborately given a detailed, very clear, scientific understanding about why you need your next generation to give you Shraddha to move into the higher lokas, and how Shraddha directly raises your conscious quality and leads you to the higher lokas smoothly into moksha. So make sure not only your son, daughter, grandkids don't get converted, make sure at least your next 7 generations don't get converted. Your next 7 generations should not get converted and should give you Shraddha for you to pass into higher lokas to the moksha. So, I know I have so much more to share, and I am a speaker for last, I think, maybe if you heard Mukta's presentation, we have even Asia Book of Records for the largest number of public satsang. At the age of 3, my gurus have put me on the stage, which is their lap. When my guru was giving satsang, he put me on his lap and asked me to speak. From his lap, I started my first satsang or class at the age of 3. Now, 42 years I am speaking. And I have a lot more to tell. But unfortunately, the time constraint, and we have Asia Book of Records for largest number of books published, 1,123, and largest number of public discourse hours, 58,605 hours. Of course, now half an hour, this session added 6,005 plus half an hour. The updated. So, I have more to tell, but due to the time restriction, with this, I conclude. You may all have to have your Vakyartha Sadas. So, just with this 3 point, let's sing the Palashruti, make our Hindu youth understand the utility value of Hindu identity, and let's make them understand Hinduism as solution, whether your body fever, body temperature going up, or the planet Earth's weather crisis. Hinduism as solution. Third, let's inspire our next generation to experience the powers of Hinduism. Let's make our youth manifest the possibilities and powers of Hinduism. So, with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramadvaitam. The state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान